Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. Wanted to make sure that we talk about the CPI data report that is about to be released tomorrow and what the market's expectation is. So the first thing that I need you guys to know is that tomorrow, April 10th, 1 hour before the market opens, so that's at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, an inflation report is going to be released telling us if inflation in the month of March went up or down. And this is the market's current expectation for it. So sit back, relax. I really hope that you learned something new. And if you do, please consider dropping a thumbs up. So the first question is, okay, well, what's the market's expectation for this? Very, very simple. According to investing.com, we are expecting a forecast of 3.4% inflation with a current 3.2% inflation for April 10th. So what exactly is that telling us? Well, they actually expect inflation to go up. It's funny, right? Because everyone's talking about inflation has gone away, inflation is no longer here. No, inflation has been very stagnant, sticky, and that's why, again, there's a lot of uncertainty if the Federal Reserve should cut interest rates sooner than later. But let me go ahead and explain to you where you guys can find the CPI data report. The CPI data report is available on a free website where it gets posted. I plan to live stream, but if the internet is anything like it is at this hotel, tomorrow I'm flying to Amsterdam. So if the Wi-Fi is like what it is at this hotel, I probably won't be able to go live because it won't even sustain a good enough connection to maintain a stream quality. But this is on bls.gov/CPI. So just in case I can't go live, I want to make sure that you have the proper website available so that you know where this report is about to be released. The really cool thing about this is that, again, the CPI data report, once it actually comes out, it will tell you, hey, did CPI rise? Did CPI drop? And then if you want to look at the actual PDF, it's super simple to read. This point, within the paragraph, once it gets released tomorrow, it will say March 2024 instead of February. And then it will tell you down here that all items, including food and energy, and then that's going to be the overall CPI data report. And then all items less food and energy, that's considered core CPI, will tell you kind of like in the middle. So all items less food and energy, and then it breaks it down for you here. 0.4% was the increase, whatever the case might be. But again, to keep it super simple, they're going to be adding the new month of March here and taking away the new month, the previous month of March for 2023. So the concern is we're only taking away a 0.1% increase in 2023, which is a very small piece of that pie. I talked to my LPP team about it. When you remove a very small piece of our current 3.2% inflation rate, and then you add something that could be significantly bigger, right? Because if you look at from October, November, December, January, February, we've seen a steady rise in inflation for 2024, for all of 2024. Not enough people are talking about it because they just want the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates. But again, if it comes in higher than what is expected, so the expectation is a 0.4% increase, then if it comes in higher than what is expected, be ready for the market to drop. And right now where we see the current market at, you guys can see that the NASDAQ market on this 4-hour time frame is testing support at that moving average, and we haven't really been able to sell off. So if we finally do come in much higher than what is expected, then the market could potentially drop. But listen here, if the market actually comes in lower than what is expected, so our inflation expectation for the CPI data report is 3.4%. Let's say that we come in at 3.3, 3.2%. That's better than what is expected. And maybe then, again, the market will go up, and then maybe then the Federal Reserve can justify cutting interest rates sooner than later. That could actually be a good reason of like, okay, inflation is going down, it is under control, and maybe we can justify cutting interest rates on the next FOMC meeting. That's kind of what the market is looking for. Can we cut rates soon? And does inflation data support it? But if we come in higher than 3.4%, be ready for the market to drop and be ready for the Federal Reserve to say, no, we are not ready to cut interest rates. The thing that I thought would be pretty important for you guys to pay attention to when it comes down to kind of getting an expectation of what the Federal Reserve is going to do in the month of April is the Fed rate monitor tool. This gives us, based off of investing.com's expectation, what they expect the Federal Reserve is going to do. I'm sorry, and this one's on May 1st. So not in April, but it's going to be May 1st, the next time the FOMC, the Federal Reserve, meet to determine, are we going to have a rate hike a rate pause, or a rate cut. And as of right now, there's a 96.8% probability that the Federal Reserve is going to pause. But there's a 3.2% probability that the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates. But this is going to be pretty unique to then follow up after the CPI data report comes out, because then it will show how the market sentiment has changed. Is the Federal Reserve now more likely to cut interest rates? To pause, or is the Federal Reserve now more likely to cut interest rates? And that's what this Fed rate monitor tool will tell us. It's a forecast, a projection based off of current economic data, what they expect the Federal Reserve will do on the next rate decision, I think is the best way to put it. So we talked about the free website that you guys all have access to, bls.gov. That's exactly where the report gets released. And then we talked about markets expectation and the Fed rate monitor tool. Other than that, I just want to make sure that you guys were aware of where the NASDAQ market is at. And please do not, force any trades that you could end up regretting going into tomorrow, right? It would suck for you to bag hold a position that maybe just didn't go according to plan. And then because of the, CPI data report, you end up putting yourself in a much worse position. Remember, be calculated, stay selective, and if you have any questions that you would like me to answer, I'll try to the best of my ability down in the comment section below. Again, I'd love for you guys, if you guys haven't already, to check out our LPP team. I do trade live with them every morning when the market opens, when I have good connection and I'm at home. So as of right now, while I'm traveling, I'm probably not going to be going live too often. But again, if you want to check it out, it'd be a great time for you to catch up on the course material. And then once I do get back, be able to watch me trade live every day right at market open. And again, it's 50% off, and it's the second link in the description down below. Also, our Corvette giveaway officially ends this week. And if you want to enter before it's too late, that's the fourth link in the description down below. And we're doing 20x entries. It's the biggest multiplier. We will not offer anything bigger than this. And again, every order right now gets 20x entries for your chance to win that beautiful Corvette or $50,000 cash. Again, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I hope that earned your thumbs up. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.